Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my car. My name is Becky. I am so excited that you're here today. So it is November the 30th and almost all of the decorating has been done. Now it's time to start preparing for all the things that we have to do to prepare for Christmas. I have a few errands that I need to run today that I thought I would bring you along with me today. We're going to go to my church and put the Christmas tree up for them. It should have been done last week, but I just ran out of time. I didn't have time to get it done. And then we're going to go do a little bit of Christmas shopping. And if I can manage to stay in the store long enough, sometimes I get a little anxious and I walk out and leave. And then hopefully, if the sun will hold out for us long enough, we're going to come back and decorate the front porch. My porch is the only thing in my house that I have not decorated yet, and there's just boxes of stuff sitting out there. It kind of looks like the Clampetts came to town. All of my neighbors have their lights up and their trees up and everything's all pretty outside, and I just have pasteboard boxes and garlands and just things piled up. So I've got to get that done. I need to do that ASAP, but it's cold. It's a little cold outside. I didn't really want to stand outside and decorate, but I mean, okay, so let me just say, it's cold to me. It's 49 right now. I just looked at the thermometer, and I know I'm not complaining because I know you guys have it a lot worse, but I am a southern girl right down to my tiptoes, so a brisk breeze is cold to me. I'm just not used to it. It's just, I've lived at the beach my entire life. I've never really been in a cold climate, but I like it. I like the cool weather. I'm not complaining. It's just I don't necessarily want to stand outside and decorate my outdoors. When it's cold, I want to wait for it to warm up just a little bit, but we got to do what we got to do. We got to get started. We got a lot to do today. Before we leave, I want to take a quick minute and say a hello to some very, very special kids in my life, all the way from England. And I want to say hello to Isabella and Blake and Emma Rose and sweet little Annabelle. I love you guys so much. I'm missing you so much, and I cannot wait for you to come home and see us all for Christmas. I'm looking forward to it, and I cannot wait to see your beautiful, sweet little faces. So hello, guys. I know you're watching. These kids are my little cousins, and I miss them so much. And then I also want to say hello to their grandma Rachel and their auntie Georgie, and Isabella and Blake's daddy Greg, and then Emma Rose and Annabelle's mommy and daddy Savannah and Michael. I love you all so much. I cannot wait to see you guys in a couple of weeks. All right, let's get started. I've sat out here for 15 minutes doing this introduction, and we've got to go decorate the Christmas tree at the church. I'll see you there. I challenge you to find a more precious little white country church than this. And I know you can't see, but in the back, let me see, we'll walk over here. It is literally sitting in the middle of a cow pasture. In the back, all of that back there. Can you see the cows back there? Let's see. We can zoom in. Yep, it's little grazing cows back there, and you can hear the hunting dogs in the background. They're barking at me. But here is our beautiful little white church in the country. I'm going to show you the bulletin board too, because I feel like it gets overlooked sometimes, and our sweet little Miss Sue that comes out here, she works so hard on it. You can see it's kind of three-dimensional here. Isn't that sweet? She works so hard on our little bulletin boards. And believe me, I know how hard it is because I used to do them myself. It's a lot of work. All right, let's go in the storage room and get all of our stuff out. Does this tree look crooked? I think it's crooked. I don't know how to fix it. All right, so here's what we have. This is a few years of decorations that have kind of accumulated into one tree. We had one tree where it was all gold and silver. We had one tree where it was red and green. We had one tree where it was just gold and red. So it's just years and years of decorations that have accumulated, and I just kind of mixed them together. I don't like that big bow. That's one of my monstrosities of a bow. I feel like it looks terrible, but as far as everything else, it's okay. But I can't change the bow because I've got the ribbon tucked in that matches it. So let me plug it in for you, and you can see what it looks like all lit up. Okay, and that, I know that tree skirt is awful, but with it being a slim tree, it's hard to find the tree skirt to match. We have a big tree, but there's not a lot of walking space here to put that big tree, and we would have to take out the pews to get it to fit. So it's gonna do for now. It's pretty. I just don't like that bow, but I don't think anybody's gonna complain. I've never had anybody complain about it. All right, and then the only thing left that I have to do is I need to do over here on the piano, I need to set our manger scene up. So somebody else is gonna do the windows. That's not my department. All right, let me get cleaned up, do the manger, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm getting ready to leave. I want to share with you my church's, I would say, vintage, definitely vintage nativity scene. And I am in love with this thing. Every year that it comes out, I just admire it. I think it's so beautiful. It's got so many pieces to it. So I usually put it out here on this little table that, look at her face. I put it out here on this little table that leads to the classrooms, but I need a stable because I use the stable out here. Let me come back out here into the church area. Now here's the piano, and I use the stable there. I picked this nativity for out here because I thought it would show up better from the congregation area because it's white. The other is a little dark, and I didn't know if it would show up or not. So that is the piano area, how it looks. I think it's so pretty. And then the lady who plays the piano, she had asked about turning the piano in a different direction. I don't know about how it would look with this cloth background, but I'm not comfortable moving her piano. But I did decorate the back. If you saw it from the back, it would still be pretty. So I just added that little garland. And then all of these balls that I'm using, they're all plastic, they're all cheap. But what we did was we put them together with a pipe cleaner into clusters of 3, and then they make a bigger impact. And they're the same way on the tree. So when you see all those balls on the tree, it's because they're clustered into 3. So I got everything cleaned up. I'm done. I'm gonna unplug everything. And here's the tree. That was already there. I didn't do that. I did add that little tablecloth and then the piano area. So I just have to lock up. It's taking me a little longer than what I thought. I am starving. I gotta go get some lunch, and we'll talk in the car. So it took me longer than what I thought in there, like I said, and I'm not gonna have time to do all 3 things that I wanted to do today. I wanted to do this, I wanted to go do some Christmas shopping, and I wanted to put my decorations on my porch. It's actually 74 degrees right now. It is hot. I am burning up. So it's a perfect time to go decorate that porch. I think I'm gonna put the Christmas shopping off and go decorate my porch. But first, we're going to get some lunch. I may fix something at home, I don't know, but I gotta feed my belly because it's growling. So I'll meet you back at the house. I'm driving in my neighborhood, so I'm safe. But I wanted to tell you this before I get home because Summer's gonna be home today. Today's her day off, and I may not get to do a lot more filming, but I want to tell you this. So in order for me to go shopping today, I would need to go to the bank and write a check because my debit card got hacked. And I want to just tell you guys, check your account. And even if it's the smallest amount, I don't care if it's a penny, check it and keep an eye on it, because what they'll do is they'll run your card for like really small amounts, and see if it works, number one, see if they can get away with it, number two, and then, oh, David's home too. I know I won't get anything done now. But check it, because mine was run 4 different times. 2 were for $5 and 1 was for $16, and then 1 was like $45. So they gave me back all my money. I was refunded, but now I have to wait 10 days for a new card to get here. So it's just completely inconvenient. And anyway, just keep an eye on your accounts. And like I said, even if it's for a penny, that's somebody stealing your account. So it's still something you need to report to your bank. So anyway, I'm home. I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat. I may or may not see you again today. We may have to pick up again tomorrow, because as you can see, I have a full, well, you can't see, but I can see, I have a full house already. So all right, I will talk to you later. I decided to just set my camera up and get my porch decorated. David and Summer weren't paying me any attention. They had other things going on, so I just decided to get to work and get this job done. So usually decorating my porch is not my favorite thing to do. I'm okay once I get started, and I enjoy myself once I get started, and I love it once it's done, but it's just the getting started process that's always the hardest for me. During Halloween, I had no intentions on going as big as I did in the yard and on the porch, but once I got out there and things started looking cute, I got excited, and I just started adding and adding and adding, and it was fun, and I had a good time. I would love to be able to do that for Christmas, but the reality is I have to spend money on gifts and other things during Christmas. Those are expenses that I don't typically have during October, so Christmas is a little different on how much money I can spend on decor. I would love to be that house. I always tell my family that my dream home is to be in like a little historic house downtown with a wraparound porch where people walk and ride their bicycles. And I always my dream is to be that house where people say, hey, let's go look at that house and see how they've got things decorated, because you know, it's like they go every year to see how things look. I know it's funny to hear me say that after I just told you that I don't go too crazy and to get really excited to decorate my porch, but I feel like if I knew that people were expecting it, and I knew that they were looking forward to it, and that they were coming just to see my decor, that I would definitely take it to that next level and go overboard for them. I know that during Halloween, I knew my nephews were driving by here every day. I knew they were coming to see if I added anything new and to look at the lights. Their mom would drive them by every afternoon after school, and they would drive by Aunt Becky's house to see what she added. And so that was my driving force to just keep going and keep adding. And I would love to be able to do the same thing for Christmas, but I'm going to have to pick up things throughout the year. I can't just go out and buy all these things. And David and I could definitely DIY some things, but our time, Christmas goes by so fast, and our time has just gotten away from us. And we did want to build, I wanted to build a manger scene out of wood the way that we did with the little scroll saw thing, but we just ran out of time. It's already almost halfway through Christmas at this point, or halfway through December at this point. So there's just not enough days in the month to do all the things we want to do. Maybe next year though, hopefully we'll plan a little earlier and have a big extravagant Christmas yard next year for the nephews to come see. I hope so. I think it would be fun. This Bradford pear tree that I have planted in my yard makes the biggest mess, but my mother gave me that tree, and I will sweep those leaves all day if I have to. If that's what I have to do to have that tree in my yard. It means more to me than any other plant or flower or anything that I have. I love that tree, and it reminds me of her every time I see it. Okay, so this is all I'm going to do for now, mainly because I'm out of decorations unless I go out to the shed and start digging for more, and I really don't want to do that. So I think it looks fine, it looks nice, it looks better than it did. And I did add some lights to the bushes. We'll see how that looks tonight whenever it gets dark. You can't see them, but there's lights all in there. And then that's it. I have to leave those there until David and I can get around to planting them. The little flag came from Temu, and I don't know, it's good enough. I do need a rug. I've needed a rug for 2 years and I've yet to buy one, so I do need to get that. All right, so that's all for now. I may pop in tomorrow afternoon after work. Just kidding. I just remembered that I have this great big green wreath out in my shed, and I think it would look good right there. And put a big red bow on it, and maybe put a little one up there if I can find one that's pretty cheap. How would that look? That would look so cute. I'm gonna go get that out of my shed and see what I can come up with. I have to see if David will help me hang it, because gosh, I'm never gonna get to it. Hold on, it's in here somewhere, I know. I think, oh, there it is right there. See it right there? Okay, I have to move some stuff to get to it. Hold on a second. Actually, that wasn't the right one. It was on the other side, but there it is. I also have this great big star that I could put somewhere. I want to put that out too. All right, David, you need to get up and come help me. We got some projects to do. Okay, now I'm done. I put the wreath on the window, the big one, and then I had a little small one over here, and I'm done now. That's all I'm gonna do. Looks pretty, looks festive. Kids will like it. The only thing, gosh, I hate those LED lights. So you can tell this light setup is bright and then this is dim, and it bothers me that they're side by side, but it looks good. All right, I'm done. I gotta go cook supper and call it a night. All right, y'all, we got some friend mail to open. Let me open it real quick. Hold on. I'm having a cookie for dinner. This is from Dusti. And Dusti sent me a... That's David's dinner. Dusti sent me a package the other day that had some fun things in it, so I'm looking forward to seeing what I got this time. Dusti has a YouTube channel. Make sure you go check her out. Oh, look. Oh, my goodness. She did the seal, the wax seal. Oh, I have to show that to Summer before I open it. I'm not going to open it now because I want Summer to see that. She's going to love that. Okay, let's see what we got, Dusti. Hold on. This little package here is individual. She said it was a themed gift box. Mom. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I think it's a mushroom. I can kind of already see. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Did you make that? My goodness. Look at that. It's an owl and a mushroom. And it's got two faces on it. How sweet. Did you make that, Dusti? That is so cute. Look at that. Oh my goodness. How beautiful. All right, and then this one. Let's see what's in here. If it's themed, it must be another owl. And I think it is. Yes, it is. It's a beautiful yellow owl. Look. Isn't it beautiful? Thank you, Dusti. I love it. Thank you so much. She does make a lot of crafts, so I bet you she made that. I'm going to have to message her and ask her. Thank you, Dusti. Awesome. I love them. I can't wait to decorate with them after Christmas. It occurred to me that she may actually tell us if she made it or not in this letter. Summer's in the shower. So I need to wait for her. I want her to see the wax seal before I open it. She did make him. Look. She put it in her little card. The P.S. The little toadstool owl is two-sided. I made him. She is so crafty. Oh my goodness. So she had to have made that out of clay. Look at that. So she has a YouTube channel. Make sure you go check her out. She also has Etsy and Instagram. I just wanted to make sure because I don't want to mix her up with anybody else, but I'll put all the links to her channels, all of her channels down in the description. I keep up with anything anybody sends me. I keep it in my little book. These are all the cards that people have sent me and little notes. I keep up with all of that. And so, like, say for example, Dusti, I have all of her Instagram and YouTube and Etsy links right here, and then also what she sent me. And then, like, say for example, I have a friend or a person who comments on my videos a lot who uses like a handle, and I don't quite know their name. I'll make a little note of what their name is if they happen to write it down or tell me, or I'll ask them what their name is, and that way I can, when I'm answering my messages, I can address them by their name. And well, and even if I don't address them by their name, I know their name, I know who they are. So I try to keep up with that because I feel like you guys take time to get to know me, and I should get to know you as well. So that's what my little book is. I keep up with you guys in this little black book. I did not do a very good job of keeping this vlog going. It is now Saturday. I am going to end the vlog now because I want to start a new one. I'm in my car. The weather outside is frightful. It's just rainy, foggy, gloomy. It's not cold. It's actually at 68 degrees outside, which is great, but it is playing havoc on my head, going back and forth, cold and hot, cold and hot. But I'm going to go get some craft supplies, and I'm going to come back and do the project that I have in mind. I can't really go anywhere and spend any money because my debit card was hacked, and I'm waiting on my new one to come in, so I really can't go shopping right now. So I did get a little bit done yesterday after work. I did a little, I wrote a check and got a little bit done. So I'm happy with my progress this week on my Christmas shopping front. So I did well, but I still have more to do. It's just not going to be today. Today we're going to stay home and we're going to do some crafting. So make sure that if you have not liked and subscribed, you do so, because that's going to be in the next video. I will tell you that I added the wooden tobacco stick star to the front of my house, and I'll put a little picture right here so you can see it all lit up. But wouldn't it be really sweet, and then this is going to be something I'm going to have to look for throughout the year because I can't find it now, but wouldn't it be really sweet to find one of those vintage blow mold sets with Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus to put underneath that star? Wouldn't that be cute? So that's a project for next year. Fingers crossed we'll be able to find it. But for now, I'm going to say my goodbyes, and until next time, I love you all, and I'll see you later. Bye.